We had one day to explore Prague. In this video, we'll show you the city's top sights and the surprise location at the end you might not find in other videos. Let's get started! We started our day at one of Prague's most iconic landmarks, the Powder Tower. With its dark stone and Gothic spires, it looks like something out of a medieval fantasy. Back in the day, this was one of the original gates into the city, and you can still feel a bit of that old world atmosphere as you walk under its massive archway. From there we wander toward Old Town Square, easily one of the most beautiful and popular spots in the city. It's the kind of place that makes you stop and just look around for a while. Then we pass by the legendary Astronomical Clock. It doesn't just tell the time, it also shows the position of the sun and moon, zodiac signs, and features a mechanical parade of apostles every hour. According to legend, the city leaders blinded the clockmaker after he built it so he couldn't recreate it anywhere else. In revenge, he supposedly broke the mechanism and no one could fix it for decades. We also saw the Church of St. Nicholas, the striking young Hus Memorial, the Marian Column, and of course, the stunning Church of Our Lady Before Time with its dramatic twin towers watching over the square. Everywhere you look, there's something worth photographing and some corners that feel like they've been frozen in time. On our way toward Charles Bridge, we walked through the small square and spotted the charming fountain in the center. The streets here are slightly less crowded, but they still tell their own vibrant stories. And because you can't visit Prague without trying a Trdelník, we made a quick stop to enjoy one, filled with chocolate and strawberries, warm, sugary, and totally delicious. The perfect sweet break before continuing our walk. From the old town, we made our way toward Charles Bridge, one of the most iconic and romantic spots in Prague. This historic bridge connects the old town with the Castle district. As we crossed, we took our time to enjoy the views over the Vltava river, watching boats pass beneath us and soaking in the city's fairy tale skyline. Lined with statues of saints and always buzzing with street musicians, artists, and tourists, it has a special kind of energy even if it gets a bit crowded. Once we reached the other side, we passed by the Church of St. Nicholas in Malá Strana, an impressive Baroque church with a massive green dome that towers over the neighborhood. Then came the climb. To reach Prague Castle and St. Vitus Cathedral, we had to tackle the castle stairs, and yes, there were quite a few of them. But don't let that scare you off. The views as you ascend are worth every step. At the top, we arrive in Hradčany Square, surrounded by grand buildings like the National Gallery, Salm Palace, the Archbishop's Palace, and the Marian Plague Column. We arrived just in time to catch the changing of the guard at Prague Castle, a short ceremony with uniforms, trumpets, and precision. We explored the Prague Castle complex, one of the largest in the world, packed with courtyards, gardens, and centuries-old buildings. We were absolutely amazed by St. Vitus Cathedral, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture with incredible stained glass windows, soaring arches, and a rich history that stretches back centuries. St. Vitus Cathedral is not only the spiritual heart of Prague, but it also holds a special place in Czech history. The crown jewels of the Czech kings are kept here, and it has been the site of coronation of kings and queens for centuries. The cathedral is a true Gothic masterpiece, taking over 600 years to complete. During this time, the cathedral saw several architectural styles, from Gothic to Neo-Gothic, reflecting the changing periods of history. The stained glass windows were also created over several centuries. After all that walking, we needed a break, so we headed off to enjoy a beer in a storybook location, a place so special we save it as a surprise for the end of the video. After exploring the Prague Castle, we headed down to the Walenstein Palace, now home to the Czech Senate. This impressive Baroque building was constructed in the 1620s and originally served as a private residence for the powerful Albrecht von Wallenstein, a general in the 30 Years' War. Today, the Czech Senate uses the palace as its headquarters, but the site is much more than just a political building. Walenstein Palace is surrounded by lush gardens that are open to the public, offering a peaceful escape from the bustle of the city. As you wander through the gardens, you'll find elegant fountains and even a small aviary housing live owls. While the palace and gardens are impressive, the location itself also holds a fascinating history. The building was once the center of Walenstein power in Prague, but after his assassination it passed through various owners and even saw its garden reshaped multiple times. Today it serves as a symbol of Czech democracy, where the Senate debates and makes decisions that influence the future of the country. The palace's unique blend of historical grandeur and modern significance make it a must-visit for those interested in both architecture and Czech political history. From there we headed to Prague's narrowest alley, and yes, there's a traffic light just for pedestrians. Only one person at a time can pass, so you actually have to wait for the green signal to go through. We had to cross Charles Bridge again to finally visit the old town hall tower located right next to the iconic astronomical clock. We hadn't had the chance earlier because it was very crowded. To get to the top, we paid an entrance fee of around 14 euros and an additional 4 euros for the lift that took us up to the top, and it was well worth it. From up there, the view was absolutely breathtaking. The red rooftops stretch out in every direction, creating a sea of color beneath the sky. It was one of those moments where you're left speechless, taking in the beauty of the city with its ancient streets and stunning architecture all laid out before you. Surrounded by stunning architectural buildings, we made our way toward another of Prague's famous modern landmarks, the Dancing House. Also known as Fred and Ginger, its flowing curvy design really stands out among the more classical architecture around it. It's one of those places that make you pause, tilt your head, and wonder how it all stays standing. From there, we continued our walk along the Vltava River, heading toward Vyšehrad Fortress, a historic site with ancient walls and sweeping views over the city. On the way, we stumbled upon a local event right on the riverbank. There was music, food, and a laid-back vibe that made us want to linger a little longer. We took a detour to visit the old railway bridge spanning the Vltava River, a structure that quietly blends into Prague's skyline. Recently, there was a lot of discussion about the bridge's future. Czech Railways thought about tearing it down because it was getting old, but local experts and UNESCO wanted to restore it instead. A detailed study showed that the bridge could be fixed up and kept, finding a way to blend modern needs with preserving its history. Once we reached Vyšehrad, we took some time to explore the grounds, soak in the views, and enjoy the quieter side of Prague. Although it was getting late, we made one final stop, the rotating head of Franz Kafka. This massive kinetic sculpture is made of 42 rotating layers that constantly shift to form Kafka's face, then break it apart again. It's strange, hypnotic, and totally unforgettable. And now, as promised, the surprise we mentioned at the beginning. We discovered an amazing place next to the castle, a medieval tavern dating all the way back to 1375. You will find the name in the description. For centuries, kings and famous artists like Mozart strolled to these doors, some say even via secret passages from the castle itself. One detail we love? The staff don't just take your order, they slam your mug down on the table. Thank you for staying with us until the end.